Oh, it's my girl.
So good.
So good. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Premier Women's Rodeo Wednesday. That was our friend Miranda Lambert singing her new song. But we have a special guest today. It is officially August the 19th, which is crazy. But I want to welcome everybody to introduce my friend, Miss Allison Keeney, the CEO of the Cow Palace, the historic Cow Palace. Sammy Joe and I are so excited to have you. Welcome to the show, Allison.
Thank you. Thank you for having me this morning. It's so exciting to be with you to have share this great announcement we have.
Yes. Okay, how's everything in San Francisco? You guys have probably had beautiful weather because the summer in San Francisco is amazing. But
Yeah.
how's San Francisco right now?
How is San Francisco? It's so interesting here. I would say it's an exciting time for San Francisco. We are just coming off of a phenomenal um, glow after having Super Bowl here, having the World Cup here. Monday, the Valkyries clinched their playoff spot for this year's playoff season for women's basketball. And San Francisco also just announced that Vogue World would be coming here next year. So it's a city back on the rise. It's an exciting time to be here. It's an exciting time to visit and then just enjoy everything the city has to offer. It's great.
That is great. Just in case nobody knows, the Cow Palace is it's a historical monument in the San Francisco Bay Area, but the Cow Palace as a whole used to be a very large livestock show and rodeo. And is this year 85 or is next year 85?
This year is 85. 85
so
years.
This year is the 85th anniversary of the Cow Palace. Do you still have the livestock show?
We still have the livestock show, not for the adults as much, but the junior livestock show started in 1946, right after the Cow Palace reopened after serving the country during World War II. And it has taken place ever since, except for 1 year off during COVID. And brings in exhibitors from 10 Western states still.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic. So, I know that we are all here to do this big announcement, but for the last 4 years, the Cow Palace has really dug deep into cowgirls and Western history of women in rodeo. Tell our audience, tell everybody what the Women of Rodeo event is at the Cow Palace.
Certainly. I was looking at our rodeo calendar when I did my first rodeo here in 2022, and I said, we bring this dirt in. We have all of these dead days. What can we do? And I didn't grow up in the rodeo world. When I got this position, I said, "Oh, this is the signature event. I have to learn more. I know enough to be dangerous." And so I tried to go to as many rodeos as I could, look at as many productions. And during that time, I kept thinking, well, why do the women have one event? Why, I don't understand. Why is there not more attention on women's events? And just started doing some homework and realizing there is more out there. There was more. There were more events that women were competing in. It just wasn't part of the professional rodeo world, like like it is today, just a couple years later. So I talked to our stock contractor and said, I have this idea. What do you think? And he says, I'm happy to help support that. And so we created the Women of Rodeo, which is a performance and contest focused just on women's events. And we started really, really small with probably 1,200 guests. But showcasing the events was only part of it. There was a lot of women's rodeo history that I was learning that I thought everybody needs to know this. Everybody needs to know that Jimmy Monroe, leading the WPRA, really fought for decades for equal pay for women. And I thought, wow, equal pay in rodeo is a problem. I couldn't, it was hard to wrap your head around. I thought people should know about, Margaret Formby, who founded the National Cowgirl Hall of Fame. Margaret Montgomery, who formed the Girls Rodeo Association, which became the WPRA. And then Cow Palace had its own women women's history. So we decided during that first performance to focus on the contributions of Sheila Varian, who was the very first woman at the Cow Palace to win the Reign Cowhorse Championship. She was an amateur. She was on an Arabian, and she was a woman, and she did it in 1961. So
really? That's fantastic.
Fantastic. Yeah. So we showcased her that very first performance. We were so fortunate to get her artifacts on loan from her museum. We displayed them here at the Cow Palace for 2 years. And each year now, we continue to find women from historical contributions to showcase, but also the women that have made a difference here. The women who were the phenomenal bronc riders, or the women that did the support work. You think of all the timers, the photographers, the artists. Women's contribution to rodeo goes far beyond what happens right there inside of the arena. So each year we pick 2 or 3 honorees. We showcase them in the arena, and that is the balance. We have the competition, and then we have the honoring of the contributors to the sport of women's rodeo, who really have been behind it for many decades before it became cool.
Absolutely. I say that all the time, that women are the backbone of rodeo and that nobody sees, because so much of the time for women, they're spent in the office doing the secretarial work, or in the crow's nest, and there's an announcer that's a male, and the timers and everybody that's up there doing everything, and women a lot. Sammy Jo, what are you showing us right there?
Yeah, so to learn more, cowpalace.com, you can click on Women of Rodeo, and I love the logo too, the turquoise. We're right up there with you, and
saw that. Yeah,
it's an exciting event. I just love the history behind it too.
Okay, so let's get down to the nitty gritty. Let's tell everybody why you came to join us this morning. Hey, I forgot. Should I call you Dr. Allison? I mean, I know you have a PhD.
I do, but no, you don't have to call me doctor.
I'm going to call you Dr. Allison is here to tell us some exciting news.
People are going to think I'm a vet, and they'll be very disappointed.
That's okay. We need the other doctor, the other doctors too. So
right, I can help you do research. Woohoo!
When I obviously family ties, my family has produced the Cow Palace Rodeo for how many years now, Allison?
Produced for a long time, since the early 60s, but has been involved, I believe, since 1956, starting with the first stock contract.
Yep. So obviously I have a near and dear place in my heart for the Cow Palace. I used to run around there as a little girl, and sit under the announcer stand with Bob Tallman and drawing pictures and all the fun stuff. So the Cow Palace means a lot to me on a personal side. My mom's family grew up in Millbrae, which is right there by the Cow Palace. And when you started the Women of Rodeo, I didn't really know how we could get involved, and I knew that we wanted to with PWR. And then when we started to implement the rough stock events, I thought, boom, bingo, this is how we're going to be able to do this and to tie everything together. So exciting that today we officially get to announce that we are doing a partnership exemption with the Women of Rodeo at the Cow Palace on October the 3rd. And we will take the champions in the women's ranch bronc riding, the women's breakaway roping, and the barrel racing. So those 3 disciplines are going to get their straight shot to round 1 for the PWR championships coming from the Cow Palace. And I'm so excited that we get to share that announcement today. Allison, tell us what I invited you to PWR this last year. You came in May. Tell us what your thoughts were about what PWR is.
Oh my gosh. I sat there watching this production unfold, and I thought, how incredible to provide this beautifully done, significant stage for premier women rodeo athletes, for women of all ages who have devoted so much time to their discipline, to their excellence, to provide that format and that forum for them to absolutely completely shine in a historic building in front of a screaming audience with quality production behind it. I still have goosebumps from it. It's everything that I think women rodeo athletes deserve. And when I got done watching it, I thought I just need to be a part of this in some way, even if I come and volunteer in full t-shirts for you. Just what PWR has created is absolutely fantastic, and it's very, very close to what I wanted the Cow Palace's Women of Rodeo to be as well. And I just felt such a great affinity for this event, for this production.
No, we're so excited to make this announcement, and again, what that means. So the women on October 3rd, Allison, I guess talk a little bit about the format that day, what fans can expect to see.
Yeah, great. So the performance is at 6:00. We open the doors at 5. We have this darling vintage restaurant called the Roundup Room with vintage neon and a great bar. And so we will start with Cowgirl Happy Hour in there. So we hope everyone will come a little bit early. We've got some shopping. Just enjoy the Cow Palace. It's full of.
Is there still booths around the concourse?
Yeah, so there's booths around the concourse. This rodeo also takes place during our junior livestock show. Okay. So there's sheep and goats, there's pigs, the hogs are in the South Hall. And then on the concourse, there's all the booths are open, and there's shopping, there's cocktail specialties going on. The performance focuses on a lot of women's contributions. So when you come into the arena and get ready for the performance, there are we have just like your production, our pickup men are women, our ground crew is women, the opening act is a women's drill team. The colors are brought in by all the women first responders of the San Francisco Bay Area that bring in the colors. It's really all encompassing. We invite Girl Scouts to come. There's a $5 ticket Girl Scout special. So we hope that Girl Scout leaders will pull their troops together and bring them as well, so that they can come and experience this sport, but also these inspiring women athletes. And then the performance runs, about 2 hours. There's music, and it's just a really fun, happy night. And we announce our honorees as well. And more importantly, the contests. The prize money is $3,000 per event. We wanted to make sure this, and I thank my board for this, that they've put the money behind this. They've completely agreed to support this. We wanted to make sure that there was enough money for that winner to pay for that trip to San Francisco, but also get ready to pay for that trip to Texas.
There you go.
Love that.
So you have the ladies ranch bronc riding, the barrel racing, breakaway roping. You don't have ladies bull riding this year. It's male bull riding this year, just as a showcase within the women's event. And those are the disciplines that you have, right?
Yes, that's right. And then we'll have Manu Lataste doing bull jumping that weekend as well. Yeah.
I love Manu. He's so great.
Yeah, he's great.
Okay. Sammy Joe, go ahead, give the shout out.
No, D8s and everyone watching, thanks for the comments. But
let us know where you're watching us from, and who's excited to go to the Cow Palace, because I am.
October 3rd, mark your calendars, plan your trip. Yeah, so exciting. And Allison, thank you for being a great partner, and we're excited for the ladies. Another big opportunity.
85 years of the Cow Palace, and there's been so many different decades on a history standpoint, just because I know that it's, the Cow Palace is going away. They're going to tear the building down there. The Cow Palace has survived and endured all of the blow, like the boom of what San Francisco has, what has happened to San Francisco. Just a 10 by 10 box stall, I'll tell you, in San Francisco, in a bungalow that's made of sticks is worth over $1 million. So I can't imagine what the real estate is for the Cow Palace. And to be able for you all to fight to continue to have it there. Tell us a little bit about the fight to save the Cow Palace.
Oh, it's a great question. Back in gosh, I think it was 2008, 2009, all the state fairgrounds were defunded, and the Cow Palace is a state fairgrounds. We're the 1A District Agricultural Association. So, this rodeo is our mission mandate, but it's not a mandate that we make it significant and fight for it. But it was very important that we do. It's a historical landmark. The mission of the Cow Palace is still important as it was in 1941, when the city believed that a livestock pavilion was essential to the city's economy. And in spite of all of the efforts to turn it into multiple other things, the Friends of the Cow Palace was formed to really, really keep the potential legislation at bay, to close it down, to turn it into something else. Decades later, we sit here and have really fought to survive COVID. The state fairgrounds do not get state subsidy. We have to make our own money. And it was real easy to say, oh, look at the Cow Palace. It's quiet. Not much is happening there. It's not serving its highest and best use. But in the last 3 years, we've gone from seeing roughly 30,000 people come through our doors for one thing or another to over 300,000 in 2025. We have turned over every rock. We've invested in the facility to make it a good performance arena again. We're busy. The rodeo is so popular. We sold out last year on Saturday night for the first time probably since the 70s. It has been a decade. Yeah. And our neighbors, our businesses, local businesses, really important that we support them. They're thriving. Things are going really well, and this arena is here to stay.
And Allison, contestants, for those that are listening, can enter the event on September 16th, correct?
September 16th on rodeoticket.com.
Perfect. Rodeoticket.com.
Yeah. So, is it a limited entry? How many girls are able to enter in each discipline? How does that work?
I still need to work out those exact details. We'll take probably 10 to 12, and then we're going to determine how many we'll take for slack.
Okay. Yeah. So, Ladies Ranch Bronc Riders, I know that you've reached out,
Yes.
whether it's in our DMs, sliding into our DMs, or to me personally on some of these women's ranch bronc ridings that are going to be exemptions into the PWR Championship. The Cow Palace is one that you are not going to want to miss on October the 3rd. Give us one more time where these ladies can enter the rodeo.
They can enter the rodeo at rodeoticket.com starting on the 16th of September.
Okay.
Tickets can be purchased at cowpalace.com. You just click on Women of Rodeo and they'll take you to our ticket platform. If there's a group you want to put together, just contact us directly at info@cowpalace.com and we will set you up with group tickets or take care of those Girl Scout specialty prices.
Awesome. I love that. Well, Allison, any final thoughts of this partnership exemption with the Cow Palace and PWR? I know that us, Sammy Jo and I personally, me, obviously near and dear to my heart, I've been wanting this since I knew that there was a Women in Rodeo happening at the Cow Palace. But what's your final thoughts on this amazing partnership?
Oh, my final thoughts. I want the ladies here in California who I think sometimes, we're not in Texas, so we're just over here, and people don't think rodeo is a big deal.
And they think we're all fruits and nuts. I'll tell you that. They always think we're just crazy cowgirls from California.
Right. And all we get is yogurt, and we go to the beach with our boots, and we're weird.
Yeah. Absolutely.
The cowgirls in California are amazing. They're fierce, and I am so excited to have this pathway for them to be able to go and compete on the fantastic platform, the stage that you've created for them. They deserve it. And I hope that they all take advantage of it. And I can't wait to have them here. It just makes me so excited. We don't do buckles here. We do bracelets.
Yay.
And the highlight of my year is handing that bracelet to the winner of that event. It's fantastic. So, and it's a neat venue. So I hope they'll come enjoy it. You get to compete under this historic roof, this domed roof that's been here for 85 years.
It's amazing.
Lindsay, Annie Bosco, California Cowgirls. We messed up. That should have been our song. So if you haven't heard Annie Bosco's song, go check it out.
But song for the women of rodeo. We'll send it to you, Allison. Annie's a great friend of the PWR. So, well, thank you so much. I know it's early in California, and you're already burning up the pins and at the Cow Palace office right there. But we appreciate you, Allison. Thank you so much for joining us. And we'll continue to let everybody know on how to get entered. The press release goes out probably right now here in a few minutes. And so we'll remind everybody how to get entered to the Women of Rodeo at the Cow Palace on October the 3rd. And those exemptions are for the breakaway barrel racing and women's ranch bronc riding. But thanks for joining us, Allison. And we appreciate you. Yes, we'll talk soon.
All right. Take care. Have a great day.
You too. Thank you. How cool is that, Sammy Jo?
So exciting. And I think I'm sure some of you watching are maybe wondering, asking, how do I qualify? Is partnership exemptions the only way? And, this is something new we've done this year of college finals, high school finals, Cow Palace, Larry Bell Memorial Rodeo, some of the biggest, best events that are offering our female competitors these opportunities. We have partnered with them to offer these direct partnership exemptions, but still nominating, being in the top 20 of the leaderboard by April 11th of next year is the best way to get in, because being in the top 20, you get a complimentary entry fee into our championship. If you go to our qualifier series events or these partnership exemptions and earn your spot, you will have that guaranteed position to round one. You will pay an entry fee to compete at the championship. Or if neither of those opportunities work out for you, the last chance qualifier details will be coming. And of course, that's your last way to come to the PWR championship. May 13th through the 16th. Sorry, I have to do it, Lindsay, in Fort Worth.
Now that we usually are like trying to beat it out of our superiors on when our event is. And it was awesome this year to be able to announce that we have dates May 13th through the 17th. So everyone can plan, because we're planners and we want to know where we're going to be.
We want to know, yes.
Yeah. Remember on that leaderboard, the top 4 positions in the leaderboard get a direct shot into the semifinals. There's a lot of important stuff that comes with being in that leaderboard. And so I think that, don't do the wait out and try to, get in that last chance. Make sure you're going to want to be there. 100 or it's about 185,000 a discipline. Over 800,000 will be added at the PWR championship. And like Sammy Jo said, there's a few different ways to get qualified with these partnership exemptions, the qualifier series, but you really want to be in that top 20 of the leaderboard. If you have a couple gals that are your buddies, unlock those points. If you're all going to the same event and all 3 of you or 5 or 7 of you nominate that event, it unlocks more points for you. So just remember the way that the new point system is, it's not just paid places. You're only competing against the ladies that you are nominated against. So that's another way to realize if you get a qualified time, you're going to get a lot of points if you all kind of talk to each other and get those nominated. So it's a pretty great way to get some points racked up. Okay. I want to talk about it. I look like this because I'm sleepy. Number one, my husband was snoring all night and I wanted to suffocate him with a pillow, but I was already sleepy because I was in Las Vegas on Thursday, Friday, and came home on Saturday. And we had an amazing adventure / event with the amazing crew at Run for a Million. The ladies showed up and put on a great show. We had so much great help with the South Point crew, with the dads kind of pitching in, and you don't realize how much help you really need when you kind of have to build a roping chute, boom, right there, and then tear it out all at the same time. And so it was so fun to sit in that building and watch people who have never really been able to see breakaway roping happen in real life. The camaraderie that the Cowgirls had with Erin Tormino when she won the Cow Horse competition. All the cowgirls were up on the stage with Erin when they announced her, and Jackie was one of her first hugs in the middle of the arena. I mean, it was magical, to be honest with you. And I hope that everybody kind of followed us on social media and got to see some of those great runs that happened at the Run for a Million. But what's your word? I'm going to go with magical.
Synergy is what's like in my mind right now. And I think, Cheryl Cody, who is the face behind Run for a Million, and her amazing daughter, Savannah, and their whole team. And then you have Shorty with Shorty's Hattery, and Carol Rose, and just these incredible women, being in the fans and talking to Amanda Kimes, who was there, and the Double D sisters were there, and just such powerful, and men, of course. I'm not going to discredit the men that were there.
That's a shout out. We needed their help.
Totally.
Okay, hold on. Everyone, I hope you enjoy this story. So we were like, who's going to open the gate? And I said, you and Thomas need to go on a 48-hour whirlwind vacation to Vegas. And we did work that man. Poor Sammy Joe's husband. He's probably sleeping in his office at work right now because he's tired from the weekend, because we worked the snot out of him, man.
We worked that man, but he opened that head gate. He was a little nervous. Jackie and him got the knot a little messed up, but it was awesome. So yeah, the synergy of just the incredible people behind the event, the fans in the stands. I showed ranch horse versatility in college, so I had a little bit of a college reunion. I showed against Dusty Burson, and so that was cool to reconnect with him. And anyway, it was just, the event was amazing. There really is such a strong crossover between reining cow horse, cutting. It's just such a magical thing that we did there, and excited to announce new and exciting details in the future of those crossovers expanding. And just
Cheryl and Savannah enough and Pam Minnick, honestly, because all of this came from Pam kind of connecting us all and making it happen. So big thanks to Cheryl, Savannah, and Pam on including PWR, but it was an absolutely great event. If you want to watch the Run for a Million, please, 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 everybody today, right now, go to your DVRs, go to your YouTube TVs, and record the Run for a Million on CBS 8 to 10 Eastern time. So this Saturday, 8 to 10 Eastern time on Network CBS. Like, let's show up and show that Western industry, equine sports deserve a place in network television. The same as, our events that are going to be on Grit and Ion. Let's celebrate Taylor Sheridan's great, amazing success with the Run for a Million, and tune in to his event on CBS September the 22nd, 8 to 10 Eastern. Set your DVRs, because it helps the industry, it helps the horses, it helps the stallions, it helps the mares, it helps the trainers, it helps cowgirls have their spot at the table with that breakaway roping. So please, please, please tune in and watch the Run for a Million.
And big shout out, thanks to the cowgirls that showed up and competed. Congratulations, Haley Joe Hall, on a phenomenal run. That event, also, we did something unique, and we paid it out like a cow horse event pays out. So even the girls that had a no time went home with a $900 check. And that was the thing that Run for a Million wanted to make sure to do. And so $20,000 payday for Haley Joe, down to $900 for going home with a no time. So,
and the buckle, I mean, there was prizes and ribbons. All the girls got ribbons, like at a horse show, and the Shorty's Hattery gave him this beautiful hat box. It's got cowhide on it, and the buckles are, wow, fantastic. They're amazing. First and second. Larry D won second, won a reserve buckle. And I said, "Are you going to wear it?" She said, "Yeah, I'm going to wear it." It's so cool.
No, it was an incredible event, and we're excited for the next one. So yeah, big thanks. But this Saturday, one more time, 8 p.m. Eastern on CBS. Please tune in, watch, and support our partners. So thank you again. run
Yeah.
for
Let's one more thing before we touch on qualifier series. I want to touch on the pole bending and some of those youth events. We've had a lot of questions about which events can we nominate in the pole bending, which events can we nominate in the goat tying for those showcases. Let's break that down. For the pole bending, Sammy Joe, you can nominate every single high school rodeo, every single pole bending that you're going to that's a youth event. Those pole bendings can be nominated. Because the pole bending does not have very many open events at all yet. There's no college events, obviously. We did open it up for those youth events, but break it down for everybody watching how the youth events, we can't nominate the other disciplines. So why don't you go ahead and break that down, because I'll mess it up.
Yeah, we get a little bit of confusion specifically in the goat tying versus the pole bending. We have handpicked about 10 goat tying events that are youth that can be nominated. Those are listed on our website under the goat tying. But other than those specific 10 goat tying events that we've chosen, you can only nominate open goat tying events. For the pole bending, we have opened it up, to Lindsay's point, where really any events you're going to, the results have to be public. It has to be a publicly promoted event. So no backyard pole bendings, Lindsay, at your house that you throw together 24 hours before. Just joking. But yeah, we want to make sure they're verified, publicly promoted. Anybody can go to them events, and the results do have to be posted online in order for our team to be able to find those, put them in. But yeah, goat tying, specifically 10 youth events, and then open events only. Pole bending, it's open. So if you have questions about that, you can reach out to support@vrqapp.com. I'll put those emails up here. But yeah, that we do want to just help confirm that, yeah, when you're nominating the goat tying versus the pole bending, be sure to make note of that not all youth events are eligible in the goat tying, but they are in the pole bending.
Yes. Qualifier series coming up. I know that there is one on Friday at the Extreme Team Roping Finals, and that is happening with our friends the Johnsons, and we're excited about that.
Clements.
Yep. Clements. Jumping ahead.
A lot of producers, but Ben and Jody Clements, the Extreme Team Roping Finals are happening in Stephenville. And there is our flyer. So books open at 7, close at 8:30. They're going to rope at 9. It's a pick one, draw one. Wow, excuse me. And so you can see all the details there. Again, we'll take the highest placing pro header and healer and the highest placing challenger header and healer from this roping. So if you're around Stephenville this Friday, make sure you get your ID card purchased, your VRQ set up and nominate. And if you have any questions, you can reach out to our team and let us know.
Yeah, today's Wednesday, so let's start that process now so that come Friday, it's easy breezy and all you have to worry about is winning the roping.
Exactly. Yes.
Everyone gets stressed, and then I feel like it makes things worse for everybody. I hate being stressed before I compete. So we have a Labor Day roping in Hamilton, Texas. What's that flyer?
Yes, here's our Kenna Francis, shout out, putting on the Labor Day All Girl on September 3rd. So that's enter at 3:30, rope at 5. There will be an open with a 9 incentive, and then alarms. If you're not listening, tune in now, team ropers. It is a number 9 roping now. So it will be capped at a 4.5 on both ends. So make sure you pay attention to that. But so there'll be the open with the 9 incentive and then an actual number 9 roping. And we'll take
the pros are coming out of the open.
So we take the highest nominated header and healer out of the open. It could be a challenger. It's whoever's the highest nominated. We take 1 header healer out of the open and then 1 header healer out of the 9. So yeah, it doesn't really matter at this one whether you're pro or challenger coming out of the open. If you're the highest nominated, you get the QS spot.
Dang, look at there. 1,500 added on both sides at Kenna's Roping. Woo, equal money. I love
Right,
that.
Heather? Yeah, shout out.
Good
call.
job. Thanks, Heather. Good job, Kenna. Way to get the money for the team ropers. That's awesome.
Big shout outs to that team. Yes, thank you, Heather, Cindy, for your comments, because amen. We're very appreciative of another great roping.
Then we're going back to California on Labor Day weekend also with the Oakdale 10 Steer, and they are having a qualifier series in the breakaway and the team roping. And there's that rainbow leopard or cheetah. I love that flyer.
Oakdale, yes. September 6th will be the breakaway. Books open at 5, close at 5:30. And then September 7th, books open at 8 a.m., close at 8:45, rope at 9. So they've got buckles, custom saddle stands, great awards, a great event. We also have this flyer here. If you missed this one, same thing, but there is a lot happening in Oakdale.
Go the whole weekend. If you're in California, go the whole weekend. Stay in Oakdale. Go just enjoy the Oakdale 10 Steer. They have dummy ropings. They have big ropings. They have something for everybody there at the Oakdale 10 Steer. I was about to call you out, Dee, on see if you were still watching with the Oakdale 10 Steer. With that first flyer, I just want to be like Austin Powers, groovy baby.
It's a vibe. It's a vibe. And then we stay in California and we go to the Myrna barrel racing. So Barrel Racers MBHA, make sure if you're entering the Myrna that you have added the PWR side pot to your entry in Saddle Book. And if you want to nominate and earn points, you'll need to do that in the VRQ. So big shout out to our friends over there at West Coast Barrel Racing Association and the Myrna.
And I have a couple tricks up my sleeve that I can't announce right now, but I'm working on a big barrel race in the Colorado area to try to be a qualifier series for Colorado, Wyoming, Nebraska. I mean, everybody close to us. I'm working on a barrel race in Colorado to work to get a qualifier series done on too. So college rodeos are starting.
College rodeos. The Breakaway is $1 million breakaway qualifier that's happening. Entries are open. College rodeos, high school rodeos. We have some big October events that we'll be announcing on our next live. A big one in Texas, where it's going to offer a lot of the disciplines. More to come on getting those details put on our website and announced. But yeah, Lindsay, those are the QSs happening over the next 3 weeks. And make sure you can nominate them today. Get them nominated, get it ready, and get your QS. The other thing
I want to remind everybody is, all of these amateur rodeo associations are winding down. Their finals are about to kind of start or get to really kind of get to happening. Those are great events to accumulate a lot of points in. The mixed team roping, the ladies who, like myself and at the Colorado Pro Rodeos, we can nominate the mixed team roping and we can accumulate a lot of points there with the 3 different go rounds that we have and the aggregate with the mixed team roping, the breakaway also. So all these amateur rodeo associations that are getting ready to have their finals September, October, don't forget that those are great events to nominate and really accumulate those points. So, wow, what a day.
What a day. Lindsay, I think we need to talk about it. The next big PWR event is in December 17th through the 20th at Cowtown Coliseum. Cindy, I saw that you asked, is the list of invitees finalized yet? It's not. Our producers are still working on finalizing the athlete list. So if you received an email, you're in. If you haven't yet, stay tuned. They're still finalizing it. But the format for that event is 2 preliminary rounds. We're Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And Sunday's the championship round. And the winner, Lindsay, of the championship round, where do they go?
They go to the 60,000 round at the PWR championship. So a pretty great opportunity to get get into that 60,000 round. We'll still at the PWR championship have the same progression, round 1, round 2, semifinals, into bring all the classifications together into that championship round for the 60,000. The winner of the road to the championship will have a shot into the 60,000 round. So pretty cool way that the television producers have wrapped their mind around rodeo competition and introducing it to 126 million homes that maybe are not rodeo mindset, is that it's a little more geared toward an Olympic style competition. So you have 2 preliminary rounds to get into the championship round. We'll take the top 3 fastest times into the championship round, and you have 2 chances in the championship round to be the fastest time or highest score, however, whatever discipline that you're in, to win that. So
big happening. Fans watching, family members, you can get your tickets now at cowtowncoliseum.com for that event. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And yeah, more details coming soon, but we are still in the process of finalizing that list. So stay tuned on that as well.
And Becky, I'm going to work on that by Friday. So we'll
be in touch. We'll make sure everybody hears what the details are on those classes, so you know. And yeah, awesome.
So reminder, thank you to everybody at the Cow Palace and Allison, Dr. Allison, for letting us be part of the Women in Rodeo. I'm just so thankful that we can continue to open up these opportunities for women all across the country. So back with the women in North Carolina and the bull riding, and then we had the Durango bull riding, just continuing to work with these producers that are letting us kind of celebrate their champions and bring them into the PWR championship. So thank you to the Cow Palace. Thank you to Miss Allison. Thank you guys for watching and having lots of questions and engagement into this. What's Danielle's? What is that?
So Danielle, yes, the team that wins and goes on to the championship round will be the only team still required to go on to the PWR championship in May and rope together. So just that single team that wins the guaranteed spot to the $60,000 round, because they wouldn't be able to go rope in the preliminaries with somebody else and then switch partners up. You're going to have to rope with that same person. But everybody else competing essentially will have the opportunity to repair if needed after the December event. So great question. And we'll have those ground rules out so everybody knows exactly how the pairings for the December event works, the rules of advancement on to May, and then how May pairings will rework. So more details coming on all of that, but appreciate y'all's questions and interest. And we'll be back.
We'll be back again. Probably, or the week after. You never know. We hope everybody has an amazing start with their kiddos to the school year, or college students who are getting ready to start school. Also, we started this week. Sammy Jo started, or her kids, my kids. The college started this week. So exciting times for everybody. Summer's winding down. Make sure you get all of those last events that you have at this summer before the weather changes and it gets really cold and snowy on us. Get those events nominated, and we appreciate you all. And we will catch you on the next Premier Women's Rodeo Wednesday. Have a beautiful rest of your week. Be safe and stay blessed, guys.
See you down the trail.